Good morning and welcome to the Dad's Connection once again. I'm here today to update you on the court process yesterday and to also send out a few messages. Yesterday in court it seemed like everything I put up was no good. I wasted $50 on 2 modification orders, one for contempt of court and then the other to return of custody. If you guys have been following me and paying attention to my Facebook, then you would know that I was trying to use Title 25, Section 1916 under provisions of 1912. And what that means is that that anytime an adoption has been vacated, that for an Indian child, that the parent, guardian, previous parent, guardian, whatever, is available, or it should be able to ask for a return of custody, and it shall be granted unless the courts find any other reason why it could be harmful to the child. In which case, I don't think. I do know that another one of my rights was overruled yesterday, and that is that any time in court that one party takes the it's a rough one, I'm sorry. Trying to figure out why this music isn't working. I'm not sure if it is or not. Anyhow, here's the thing. Anytime that an adoption has been vacated, the party, guardian, parent has the right to ask for return of custody. And in my case, they said that this doesn't apply. And I don't understand. I mean, there's nothing they can prove to prove me unfit. Yes, I did run into a little bit of a problem. As many of you know, I have a lot of health issues, and well, I particularly don't care for the narcotics that are addictive, that ruin your liver, your kidneys, and everything else. And although I still am prescribed them, I try not to take them. I try to use a more natural resource and have legal to use and possess marijuana. I personally don't feel that it's such a big deal. I keep myself put away, and yeah, I have kids, and you know, some of you might not like that. Some of you might not agree that I use controlled substances such as marijuana instead of wanting to stuff myself with these extremely addictive and possibly deadly narcotics. But it seems like no matter what I do, that's what they want to shove down my throat. I deal with a lot of pain. I have fibromyalgia, osteoporosis, arthritis, asthma. I have a whole list of complications because of the problem. It brings me to another point, and something else that was kind of just overlooked yesterday. I had mentioned to the judge, hey, you know, it concerns me that she's not concerned about my son's health. That Jolene is not concerned about his health because, well, there's diabetes that runs in my family. There is a whole list. I can't even start to, you know, I don't want to tell you of all these different things that are hereditary in our family, and could be a concern for my son. They've done a lot of trial and error, as she mentioned in court yesterday, and you know, had some close calls. And if she had known, or if she had asked, or even if she's concerned about it now, you would think that she would want to know, you know, a few of those things to talk with about the doctor. It seems like her only health concern for Darmani right now is hyperactivity, his ADHD, which she says was due to the methamphetamines when he was born. I don't think so. I am ADHD. I'm ADD. As a kid, I had a lot of problems. I still have problems sitting still. I also have restless legs. Makes things very difficult when you're trying to deal with stressful situations, especially like court and stuff like that. It's very hard to stay still when your legs want to get up and run 100 miles an hour on you. It just doesn't work out very well. But you know, the thing is that she's not. It doesn't seem like Jolene, that she's concerned about really much of the situation. It seemed like she was more interested in badgering me and putting me down in court, trying to make me look bad as if I'm some, you know, real crazy freak or something. You know, and here's the truth, and I'm going to say this directly. Jolene Soto, I only want to see my son and be a part of his life. Okay? This was completely premeditated, as you said yesterday in court. Okay? You sat there and you told the judge that you and a CPS worker, that a CPS worker called you, told you that Lauren is pregnant again, and asked you if you wanted to take the kid. Now here's the thing about that. Where in the factor did you include anybody that might have been the parent? Where in that did you ask anybody? And here's the thing. When I showed up, here, hold on one second. Here's what came from the hospital. I'm going to read you a direct statement. Okay? It says, social service is very complicated. We received the facts from Warm Springs, including that the sister, which you're not the sister, you're the cousin, and you misrepresented yourself. But that's up to them to deal with, I guess. So, anyway, and we'll move on. So, anyway, Warm Springs indicating that the sister, Jolene, will be the guardian of the child. An individual from Portland has called. That would be me. Okay? Claiming to be the father of the infant. However, the mother and sister have denied paternity for this individual. This individual apparently is seeking legal representation on his behalf. This issue will go before Tribal Child Protective Services and will be reported to Jefferson County Child Protective Services. Now, you see, here's the problem, and here's why I'm upset, okay? Here's why. I called. I couldn't be here because, well, obviously, I mean, Lorna took off from my house in Portland and came back all the way out here, okay? And then when I call and, or Tracy calls me and tells me that that Lorna is having my baby, well, I get on the phone, I'm calling, I'm trying to talk to her, I'm trying to talk to the hospital, and I'm told that they were told that I was not the father and they could not talk to me about anything any further. Well, I went on the assumption, as usual, you know, usually if they're not going to put a father down, that they put the mother's maiden name down. But not in this case, no. Not in this case at all. In this case, it was put as Soto. Now, this was a pre-planned thing, and I understand that, you know, that the way things are right now, that the rights pretty much go to the girl to say who's the father, who's not the father, whatever they want to name the baby, first name, last name, it doesn't matter. Because they don't care. You see, that is the reason I could not find my son. It took me 7 years until finally his older brother sees me, recognizes me, and realizes that, you know, this is wrong. And he tells me, he informs me about his mom. I talk to his mom. She tells me, yes, this is your son. I mean, 7 years later, okay? I could have been there for him. the whole entire time. Jolene, you talked about in court that you were offended. That, you talked about in court how my son is you know, your son. And how you raised him all this time, and I should be thankful. Well, I'm sorry. I am thankful that he's alive, that you've taken good care of him to this point. I'm thankful that he didn't end up in somebody else's place, off in some, I don't know, you said something about being shipped off to Portland or something else, but listen, the fact is that if you all had not lied to the court, to the hospital, if you had not lied, if you had said, well, it's a possibility that he could be the father, because yes, I did sleep with Lauren, okay? And yes, it was within that time frame, so yes, there was a good possibility. And when I called, and you all told the doctors that not to talk to me, that I was not the father, absolutely not the father, you straight up lied with intent to take my child, okay? And you got away with it. Congratulations, you got away with it. You've had the last 7, almost 8 years now with my son. You didn't have to. We talked about in court how hard it's been all this time dealing with his health and dealing with this and that. And let me tell you, you did not have to, Jolene. You did not have to take my son. Okay? I'm a stand-up dad. I was here for my dad. I was here for my son. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there his whole life. Now tell me, if this was you, tell me, how would you feel? You sit here and talk about how crazy I am and all this other stuff, and then in the same sentence say that you don't know me. Well, you're right, Jolene, you don't know me. I am a good man. I am a good father. I might smoke pot, yes. For pain, yes. To help me sleep, yes. To deal with my glaucoma, yes. I deal with these things. Yes, but does that make me a bad parent? No. I don't have people coming in and out of my house all day long. My house is nice and clean. My house smells nice. I have 2 wonderful dogs, and I have my daughter Ava, who lives here full time, and my daughter Angel, who lives here part of the time. Yeah. My kids love me. Okay? My kids really do love me. I've done everything I can to be a good parent. I've taken parenting classes. I took the Bridging the Gap. I completed the Bridging the Gap. I took a recent parenting class, 10-week course. Completed that. And I wasn't ordered to. Nobody told me I had to go and do this stuff. I do this because I want to be a better parent. Okay? I want to be a better parent for my kids. Okay? I want to be there for my son. As I always have wanted to be there for my son. So now things are the way they are. You know, you've had them. You have them. You know, are you doing him any good, any justice right now? You lied to him all this time, telling him that you're his mother and that your husband's his father. You lied to him. You think that, no matter if he's 10 or 12 years old, that's always going to set in him. Okay? Always. But you know what? What's going to hurt him the most is when he finds out eventually, and someday, believe me, he will. I don't care if I wait till he's 18 years old. My son will know the truth. He will know what happened. Okay? He will know that his father did not take off on him, did not run away, did not leave him abandoned. Okay? He will know that his father was tried to do this, did everything he could, fought the court, fought everybody, with tooth and nail to try and make sure that he got at least to see his son. And this isn't even right. This is my child. It's not like I just said, oh, you know, okay, here's an example. I know of another case that happened.